Hey, this is Kat Secor, IFBB Pro and Super League Pro, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV.
Jay Masters here, the Delray Misfits, Bedroom Bully Bonanza. Well, I got a lot to talk about today. Where should we start? Well, I got a big Lenny update. This might be old news by the time this gets posted on MSTV, but Big Lenny got discharged from the hospital yesterday. And so that's good and bad. Once Lenny is free, Lenny could settle back into his old ways, which would not be good. But we wish Big Lenny the best, and we're going to be supportive of whatever Lenny decides to do. If Lenny wants to do one last death cycle and die at 700 pounds ripped, hey, God love him. If Lenny decides to just do HRT and get down to a reasonable weight, like 275, better yet, we'll have Lenny around for longer. That's about the biggest news right now with the Delray Misfits. We're looking for some new apparel to come out soon. DelrayMisfitsGear.com. As far as the knee rehab is concerned, they came and got my hospital bed on the 21st of June, and I've been climbing stairs up to the second floor to the guest bedroom ever since. So I've backed off what I'm doing in the gym for legs. Yesterday I went up and down the stairs to my bedroom 5 times. And I'm only 12 weeks post-op. So that's quite a bit, using the stairs 5 times. And I felt it today. I'm stiff. But that's good. That's real world exercise. That's the type of thing that leg extensions just aren't going to give you. Just to show off a little bit, Friday I did some rack deadlifts, and from the lowest pin position, I was able to rack deadlift 225 for 3 easy reps. I could have done 10 or 15, but why? I don't want to push my luck. Picking up 2 1/4 was enough. 12 weeks post-op. I'm not going to go any heavier than 2 1/4 for a couple more weeks. Honestly, I think I could pick up 315 right now, but I'm not going to do it. That would be stupid. And I have also been doing some box squats with no weight, simply with my hands across my chest, like that. Box squats are good for rehab. They take a lot of pressure off the knees, box squats. So right now, I'm doing 2 exercises, rack deadlifts and box squats, that when I'm healthy, I never did. Box squats and rack deadlifts are basically, unless you're a competitive power lifter, you don't even need to waste your time with those 2 lifts. But hey, you get surgery and you're rehabbing, you do what you got to do. So I'm pretty happy with my progress. I don't think many people 12 weeks post-op getting their quadricep tendons reattached to the bone are climbing stairs. So I would think I'm way ahead of the norm. Other than that, upper body training is going excellent. I've been training hard ever since I got out of the rehab facility. And so I decided to try something a little different for my bench press the past 2 weeks. I've been doing what they call a dynamic effort day. And that's what they call it at Westside Barbell. It's a real fancy term for doing explosive reps, where you bring the bar down completely under control, touch the chest, and then boom, blast it up like you're punching. And you don't do this with heavy weights. The goal with dynamic effort is to produce more speed, because anyone who's had high school physics knows that force equals mass times acceleration. So if you want to increase force, you have to improve your ability to accelerate a given mass. So when you do dynamic effort, you're training in between 60 and 70% of your 1 rep maximum, which is very light. You can do 60% for probably 20 reps, easy. But you're only doing 3. But like I said, they're explosive reps, where you are pushing that bar off your chest as fast as you can. You got to be careful not to lock out. Always be safe. Don't get injured like Jay Masters. So for me, I approximate my post-surgery bench press max to be about 460, because a couple weeks ago I was able to put up 405 for 4 reps. 4 reps is exactly 90% of your 1 rep max. So I took 405, divided it by 0.9, I got 460. So I took 460, multiplied it by 60%, and I got 270. Well, I wasn't going to do 270, so I bumped it up 5 pounds to 275. And you do 9 sets of 3 with under 2 minutes in between sets. And the reason you're going so quick is if you stay under 2 minutes in between sets, it doesn't allow your nervous system to shut back down. And for ballistic training, you want your nervous system firing for the entire workout. So, and you do 3 sets of 3 wide, like you would for a competition, 3 sets of 3 medium, and 3 sets of 3 narrow. Total of 27 reps with 3 different grips. And so I did 27 reps with 275. That's pretty good volume, really, for a 460 bencher. And you might think, well, Jay, you're not going to get any stronger using 60%. Try it. So anyway, dynamic effort is best when done in a 3-week wave. Week 1, you use 60%. Week 2, you do 65%. Week 3, you do 70%. Well, today was week 2, and I didn't have my calculator with me. I left my phone at home on accident, so I just guessed. I put 290 on the bar, and I did 9 sets of 3 with all 3 grips, 3 sets of 3 wide, 3 sets of 3 medium, and 3 sets of 3 narrow. And holy crap, 27 reps with 290 was a son of a bitch. Because you're trying to jack that weight as fast as you can. Remember, speed kills. You want speed. You're never going to lift a heavy weight slow, so why practice slow? Practice fast. Tom Brady throws the football at 41 years old, 61 miles an hour. Do you think he goes and practices throwing slow? No. Nolan Ryan threw 90-mile-an-hour fastballs well into his 40s. Do you think he practiced throwing slow? No. So every time I see a personal trainer telling some clown to lift slow oh, hold it at the top. I just shake my head and walk away. I can't talk to people like that. Performance is not measured in a mirror, people. Performance is not measured on a stage. Performance is measured with a scale, a tape measure, or a stopwatch. So if you want to increase your performance, you need to train for speed, period. I don't care what your sport is. If you want to hit a softball farther, you train speed. You don't train slow. So anyway, anyone who's not familiar with dynamic effort training, I suggest you research a little bit before you try it, because something new like that, you're going to be sore. And you might think, Jay, I'm not going to get sore bench pressing 60% of my 1 rep max. Well, that kind of macho attitude, you know what? You're uncoachable if you talk like that. And you want to be coachable. I'm somewhat uncoachable, but at least I admit it. Some people won't admit it.
Say it! Say it!
So I would give dynamic effort training a chance, a Dale chance. I've been feeling kind of stale, going in there and, just don't have the, just stiff and worn out from training balls to the wall for over a month. I just figured doing some 3-week wave of dynamic effort on my bench would actually deload me. And for those of you who don't know about powerlifting or Olympic lifting, or even strongman for that matter, a deload is where you're still working out. You just aren't working out under the same amount of load. You decrease volume or you can decrease intensity, but you decrease something. And you do that until you're ready, both mentally and physically, to go balls to the wall again. So it went pretty good today. If you want to learn more about dynamic training, I suggest Westside Barbell and Louis Simmons is probably your best bet to get some easy literature or videos on dynamic effort training. And you can also do speed reps for your deadlift. I wouldn't recommend it for the squat. They normally do box squats on dynamic effort day. Because going down to the bottom and then exploding once you hit parallel just seems a little dangerous. So I think they do box squats on dynamic effort day. But I have never done dynamic effort for deadlifts, but it looks like an absolute blast. Get a group of guys and you just one right after another. They call it a deadlift party. It looks like a lot of fun. So spice things up, deload once in a while, and that should help you stay fresh, keep you from getting stale. It's always worked for me. I love dynamic effort on the bench. I was doing it long before I ever heard of Westside Barbell. I read about it years ago, back in the late 80s, early 90s in Muscle and Fitness. It was actually an old Bulgarian Olympic lifting routine. And the Bulgarians, I guess, use 72% for 8 sets of 3. So Louis has changed it a little bit more for powerlifting versus Olympic lifting. So anyway, research dynamic effort training. I guarantee you, if you do a 3-week wave, you will be happy with the results. Other than that, things are going great. The bedroom bully is a solid 315 pounds. And I got skinny little legs. So that is a lot of mass right there. I am one big daddy. So been eating like a half gallon of ice cream a day. But you can do that when you're on 900 milligrams of equipoise a week. 900 milligrams a day, yeah. I'm not big Lenny. So anyway, let's see. That's really about it. Big J Masters from the Delray Misfits, checking in on Muscle Sport TV, Bedroom Bully Bonanza. Like they say in the military, keep your powder dry and take care of your feet. I like to add to that, keep your cock hard.
How you doing? My name's John Sikoris, and this is Sharice Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Spangler, IFBB Pro Bikini and D4 Athlete, and you are watching Muscle Sport TV.
As time goes on, I realize just what anal means to me. And now that your rear is getting pink-socked with internal tears, my dreams of our butt sex together cover my cock with coats of your poo.
For the fact that I could be aggressive and still have that chance to be feminine and sexy and beautiful, I mean, I'm all for it.
LFC was interesting to me because it's empowering for women. Often I think we get told that we have to look or act a certain way, and this kind of shows that we can be tough but look great while doing it.
So originally I actually saw LFC on Facebook, and I had already been doing competitive wrestling for a number of years before applying for the LFC, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is so up my alley. So I reached out to the producer, and he put me in the title fight that year. That was awesome. So thank you, Facebook.
I really like the idea of fighting. I have a little bit of that in my background, so being able to get out and do that again was what really excited me.
You know, it's weird because growing up, I've always felt like a tomboy kind of, but still with a sexy, I have my moments where I want to feel sexy. But then, here comes LFC where I can beat up, others and still look cute. So I think that's what really got me, interested in LFC, that I can be that active, physical side of me can kick in and still be cute at the same time.
Well, I love MMA. Like, I grew up watching. I'm just obsessed right now. I'm a big Forrest Griffin fan. So doing MMA, like jiu-jitsu. I grew up with my stepfather taught Kung Fu Sansu, so I've been around this my whole life. So I love it.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know, everything. I thought it's a cool idea, and I was like, why not? Get me in.
I always wanted to fight. I just always wanted to fight, and I never had the right opportunity or time to really get into it, so the LFC was perfect for me.
LFC struck my interest because I'm very aggressive and I like fighting, but I also love lingerie and being very feminine while doing it.
I love fighting, and I love wearing lingerie, and the two go together, so that's what interested me.
In our society today, women are still told that we can't do these things that the boys can do. But that's absolutely not true. I mean, men have been professionally wrestling for ages, and they've been doing the UFC and, cage fighting, and it's very encouraged for boys to do this boyish fighting thing. And for me, it's like, I've never felt that I was limited. I could always keep up with the boys. I was always just as strong. Even today I was in the gym and I'm curling 20s and the guy next to me is doing 17 and a half, but I have better form. So it's just, it's really fun to do something that's kind of taboo still in our society for women to do, wrestling, and especially in lingerie. And I mean, it's just fun. Really all the other wrestlers, dudes are wearing lots less than we are, but just because it's the word lingerie,
What first interested me in joining LFC was I liked how the women get to wear fancy lingerie, because lingerie looks amazing, it's expensive, and you almost never get to wear it. So that was my first point. Point B, it's so intense. You're doing mixed martial arts, which is not something a whole lot of people know how to do, and it's just challenging. I like pushing myself to that level.
Oh, the LFC was like a great way to get some of my frustration out and have a little fun, and it's super sexy.
I have 6 brothers and sisters, right? So I've always been fighting my whole life for everything. So one of my friends just said, hey, they're looking for girls that want to fight. And I was like, what? That's me, I really want to do that. Anyway, so I did it once, and then I was hooked, and I just wanted to keep doing it. I love fighting.
Somaderm Gel, a cutting-edge scientific breakthrough utilizing the power of HGH. When taking hormones orally, pills and sprays lose a majority of their potency in the mouth and gut, rendering those products ineffective. And injectable forms of HGH are not only invasive and expensive, but they have the potential to cause serious side effects. Luckily, Somaderm Gel is a low-dose, transdermal form which has been formulated to slowly elevate HGH levels in the body. Somaderm Gel, the ageless standard.
I'm here with Lucas Raymond, Arm Assassin Strength Shop. He's got a cool fucking logo with this octopus here. Tell us about the product, bro.
So I make about 100 different items on the website. Started with just arm wrestling handles, progressed into grip sport, and now I make arm wrestling tables. I make a little bit of everything, but I do custom. So if you want a different size, different length, whatever you want, you just message me and I'll make it.
And where are you located?
I'm in northeastern Pennsylvania, basically the middle of nowhere. But I ship internationally, ship United States, wherever.
Like the site, so they know where to go to check out your stuff.
So armassassin.com, can't beat it.
That's a really cool name. What got you started into doing? Obviously you probably were into the sport, and then how did you decide to become, a creator of different products?
So I felt like there wasn't enough products in the world. Like you could get stuff from overseas. There was a couple here, but they were hit or miss. So I started just making stuff for myself, for my friends, and then the friends of friends, and then it just expanded and it's gotten to the point where I'm basically doing it full time now.
That's pretty cool, man. So Lucas Raymond from armassassin.com. If you want it, he'll make it. Check it out right now.
Thanks. Go ahead. This is Kim Haynes Fit Ass, and you're watching Muscle Sport Media.